Happy Friday, everyone. So I just want to give a quick update on the 2.5 Nano tank and show you the things I've done to it since the last video. You can see already there's some fish in there. Those are temporary holes for a friend of mine. I got them at the fish auction. So let me get in there closer and go over the things that I added and made for the tank. Alright, so you can see there's 3 fish. These are just hold-ups for a friend of mine. I got them at the fish club meeting. And he asked if they had white clouds, and they did. But these are specifically Vietnamese white clouds. They're different than your average white clouds that you get at the pet store. Sometimes, very rarely, you can find these. So here's the difference in the scientific name. So you see I wrote there, Vietnamese white clouds are Tanninchites. I don't know if I said that right at all. Mika Gamenai. And the white clouds that you get at the store, or the white clouds from China usually, are Tanninchites? I don't know. Albo nubes. That one's easy. So, albo nubes. Nubes is clouds in Spanish, so Latin, right? So there you go. So that's the difference. If you want to look it up, it's that. So they're in there. There's 3. There's definitely 1 male in there and 2 females. This little one might be either one. I'm not sure. It has to grow. Oops. There you go. It has to grow up. But there's the male up here. He's back there. You see that one that went down? That's the male. And then the one up there is female. You can tell by their dorsal fin. Their dorsal fin, the males are longer, like more like a flag, versus the triangular shape of the females. So anyways, I'm gonna keep 4. I'm gonna keep 3 females. He's gonna take 4 for his tanks. I might actually give him all of them. They're hard to get, but you know, he's the one that asked for them. I was looking for them too, so but I think I'll just give it to him. There, that's the male right there. You could tell. If you could, when he pulls up his dorsal fin, you can see it's like a flag, kind of longer. Anyways, so those are just here temporary. They're doing all right. They're kind of whited out because of the gravel. They don't. Whenever you have lighter gravel, the fish is going to be paler, especially these type of fish. If you have darker gravel or a darker background, you can see their colors a lot better. So here are the things I did. I updated. So I added a pre-filter. You can see it right there. I added the pre-filter because I took out the filter floss, and I added the media, the permanent media here. Alright, so that was not brand new, but you know, stored media that I had. So I filled it up. So it's mostly media and has 1 sponge on the bottom, the ones that come with Aqua Clear. I also cut out an acrylic top. I have to add a knob here. I originally didn't want to add a knob because it's so flat and it looks cool like that, but it's really a pain in the butt to take out. I could do it with 1 hand, but I've already dropped it in there a couple of times. So, and then when it gets, you see I can wet everything. So whatever. So here's another thing. I added this floating plant, which I think I'm going to take out because it really blocks a lot of the light here. So see, I just moved it and you can see the difference. See, look at that shadow. You see that shadow? Take it out. I added it here to, you know, I just got these fish on Wednesday to try to reduce their stress, and it helped. But yeah, I got to figure out something else to add to reduce stress for the fish because I really don't like how much light that blocks. I have frog bite. I think it's too small. And I also have, I don't know if I have Sylvinia. Sylvinia's right here. That's the last of Sylvinia I have in all my tanks. And it's already growing okay. So here's the second thing I added. I called it a water diffuser. I have no idea if that's the, you know, I should have looked up the word diffuser to see what it really means. So I figured it kind of slows the flow of the water without adding any additional strain to the motor. So I think it's awesome. You know, all I did was I took egg crate. So took egg crate here, and I cut it to the size I want it. So this is, if I remember correctly, this is 5 centimeters by 7 centimeters. I'm not sure. I do centimeters because, you know, even though I'm in New York and, you know, I was born here in the States, centimeters is so much easier to work with. So that's what I did. So that's what it is. I took wine corks. My wife collects wine corks, so I took a couple of hers and I cut it up. And she didn't mind the application because this is a pretty good idea, she said. So I just, you know, made slots on them to put these in. Did the same over here, and then I just crazy glued everything together. If you guys don't know, crazy glue is completely safe for the aquarium. It actually cures faster in water, like instantly almost. So I did that. So now you can see this lip here. You just tuck this right underneath the outtake, and the pressure of the water actually forces it against the plastic. So, and of course it's trying to come up and out, so that keeps it in place. So it does a big difference. So you can see here, look at the water here, and when I remove this, the flow increases a lot. And of course the poor little fish have to work a little bit harder. White clouds usually don't mind strong flow, but they need a place to rest. In a tank this small, it'll be hard for them to find a place to rest. So, you know, you always want to take that into consideration. And I didn't want to lose all this volume of water and media space, you know, just because of flow issues. So I just made that diffuser. The diffuser solves it. I managed to keep the volume and additional media space, and on top of that, I make the flow a lot easier for the fish. And especially the fish I've already decided to keep in here, when I get if I'm lucky and I get a hold of them, they don't like much flow at all. And I do not want to lose space in the tank with a sponge filter, you know, or I don't want to have additional equipment. Even though I do have an air pump, I don't want to add any more to it. The flow of the water is enough to aerate the tank really nice. And I don't fill it up to the top, as you can see here. And the lid takes, you know, there's a nice humid space between the top. So that's it. That's all the new things I've done to the tank. The tank is been running now, I think, a month, right? I had these snails in there. All 3 snails are still alive. I had 4 fish in here on Wednesday when I got them from the club, and I lost 1. And the frustrating part about it is I can't find the body anywhere. So I don't know what happened to it. You know, I don't know what killed it. These guys are doing fine. They don't have any sign of ammonia burn or anything like that. Unfortunately, I don't have my test kit. I lent it to my friend. I'll be getting it on Saturday, hopefully, and I'll test the water. But these snails have been in there for a few weeks, 3 weeks to a month, I think. And the rocks were in a previous tank, so it should be okay, safe for fish. The fish are eating, they're swimming good. But they're definitely not as colored up as the fish in my other tank with the darker substrate. But that's about it. See, that's the male right here. That's the male. So I'm giving those to my friend. He asked for them. He deserves them. You know, he works too hard, that guy. But anyways, so this is a little quick update. You know, so that's it. That's all the updates. I'll give you another view here. Let me give you a view without the lights on. And have a good weekend. Enjoy. Be safe. I hope you liked it. Subscribe, like it, you know, whatever. Comment. Say something. Bye.